Finally guys, we're at the full drive park. I'm hanging to see how the big Ranger goes, but yeah, don't worry, I've got plenty of recovery gear for all you lot.
Well, just a little history for everyone with Borgie and the Ranger. He has driven the Ranger when it was a bit of a crew car, and every time he drove it, he got stuck.
That's right, I've got the trusty Hilux here to pull everyone out when they get stuck.
I don't know, I've seen one of them Hiluxes flex and it hasn't got much more than Leisha's big 79, the old boat.
Well, you're doing one better than me, Mark. I've never seen a Hilux flex.
Borgie, the Rangers are good. My third engine was an absolute cracker.
I tell you what guys, I think what's really interesting is we've got two cruisers here, two of the most popular really, and then you've also got, you know, two of the most popular, I guess, ute style, and then we've got you, Blake.
Popular in my own right, but no, we've got the Cannon, so it'll be interesting to see how it does keep up with, I guess, four of the more well-known off-road vehicles, and see how the full drive system in the vehicle itself holds up to the tracks out here.
The owners of Emu Creek are very accommodating. As they go through the maps with us, they explain that the property is 2,700 acres and has a couple of 100 kilometres worth of tracks. We get into airing down and unhitching. Best to leave our moving beds here where they are nice and safe.
And the fun starts. First track at Emu Creek Full Drive Park, in the Ranger no less. So I've put my tyre pressures down to about 18 PSI at the front, 20 at the back because there's a bit more weight in there. And that's pretty much been my go-to tyre pressure in my old 80 series Land Cruiser anyway. So we'll see if that works for this particular vehicle. Hey Blake, have you got that big Cannon bog jet, mate?
Mate, not yet. Slowly getting up this hill. Just left it in auto full drive at the moment. See how it goes without locking the diffs or dropping into low range.
Yeah, cool. Just sing out when you need a hand, mate. I'll be keeping a tally of any recoveries.
They're big words for someone who's still getting used to their new fandangle vehicle. I think this is gonna be fun.
She's a bit bumpy. I'm used to having coil springs. Jeez, it gets us a bit steep up here, guys. I'd hate to see it in the wet.
Especially driving a Ranger.
I caught that dig and it got me in the feelings, mate.
I know we're at least just into the track boards, but are you missing the 80?
I am. You know, the biggest difference is the 80 was like a cushion coming up these rocks, things like that, with the coil springs in the back. I'm feeling the bouncing and bumping around the place.
You should come and sit back here and you hear the bounce. You feel the bouncing and the bumping a whole lot more.
I got a couple of ruts. We'll try and see what this thing can do. It actually handles that pretty good. We got some rocks ahead, mate.
Oh, which is the chicken track? Is that easier?
The chicken track.
Is that the one for the chickens?
You got to just make sure you don't slip off that rock there if you go that way.
Off that left
Yeah.
edge. Yeah.
We might even throw some rocks and that in there just to sturdy it up a bit in case someone does come off it.
You're going to roll that rock out of the way. All right, off you go.
Not by myself.
Do you know what you can do instead of moving that one?
Mm-hmm.
There's a few rocks here.
Just build
Just
Build a bit of a ramp.
Start builders.
Team effort.
It's good of people to put all these here for us.
It is.
It's the sign of a good full drive car, is when they pre-prep the rocks.
And now,
Yeah. I've been bottling it out.
I was watching. How many toes do you want?
yeah, so I'm thinking like we'll put some rocks there or even some max tracks, some there as well, and we might as well bring the construction team in and build a road. It'd be perfect.
Oh, yeah, good help there, Mark.
Done well, mate. Done well. The chicken track is...
Thanks, man.
It looks like just
Can always count on you.
All right, mate, bring it down.
All right, the moment of truth.
Yep, straight at that.
And start turning just a slight bit. Yep.
Yep, straight at that. Keep it straight. Yeah.
Keep going a little bit more to your right. Yep, now straighten her up. Yep, you're right on line.
I just turned my hill descent off. This car's trying to tell me how to drive.
The 80 never did that.
Right, it's going to come down now. Keep coming. All right, your back's just about to come down off it. You're still on the right line, so you're good. Just real slow. Yep.
Excellent, and drive on through.
Beautiful, thank you, Lucy.
Anytime.
All right.
All right, Marky Mark, bring her down. Stop! Joking.
I was the one that last serviced these brakes, so stopping's not an instant reaction.
So I probably shouldn't be standing in front of you then, eh? Keep coming straight. A little bit more. Yeah, keep going driver's side. Give it a little bit. Yep, straighten up and you're about to come down. Yeah, perfect. I'm just going to watch the back for you. Yeah, perfectly done. You're coming off on your passenger side, nice and slow. Yep, your back wheel's up on that big rock.
Yep, and then follow down.
Alrighty, just follow straight and then follow down. Happy days.
With the Tough Dog Utes not having as much clearance and Blake not really wanting to take his brand new Cannon back with any major damage, they decide to try an alternative track. This one is a lot steeper, but it's minus the boulders.
There you go, Bugs.
And with the crew
worries.
all set up on the track, I've decided
Perfect.
let's drive this
Go
one
to
as
the
well.
driver's side.
You got to run when the pepper beast is coming down, don't you, Bugs?
She's on a roll. I think I was about to go for a roll then.
Perfecto!
Wash shank your mouth.
So what I'm doing here is literally just letting the car do all the work. It's got the downhill assist. It's activating the brakes for me to keep my speed under a good manageable speed, nice and controlled. So the car's almost driving itself at this stage. I've just got to point it and steer it to the right direction. Here's a top tip for you. Keep your window up so you don't get smashed with all the bush.
Heading down stuff like this, if you're lucky enough to have a rear locker, although it seems like that's not where you would normally use it, engage it. The reason I say that is because when you engage your rear locker, it's going to be working all those wheels in the back there, which means that you're actually going to be getting a little bit more traction. It's going to be keeping you in line. And in a ute like this one that's heavier in the rear, it's going to keep you straighter as well. So if you're lucky enough to have them, engage them and enjoy the ride.
We saw a little creek run that linked up to the main track. So Blake and Costa have jumped into the Ranger to see how the suspension has handled.
Let's try not to lean it on its side, eh?
Okay. Well, good thing I'm leaning on this side then, eh?
Well, I've got the weight counter at me.
You do.
Where's the track go? There we
Go forwards.
Oh, I love that feeling as you come down a crossing. It means you haven't sunk your car. Oh, geez, Rocky's really
Wow.
I didn't walk this part.
This will give the suspension a roll once over and probably whatever else is under the car.
You should jump in the 80, mate. She's got 680,000 on it.
Mate, it's only just run in.
Yeah. The body's not.
Yeah, no. Neither is this body, I'll tell you.
Just coming into a water crossing here. A little habit that I've got myself into is to make sure my windows are down and my seatbelt's off. So the windows are like an escape hatch. If the worst should happen, you tip the car or something like that, you can always get out the window. For me, it won't be graceful, but at least this is an option. And of course, if your car's on a bit of a funky angle, your seatbelt's going to lock you into the seat. So I like to take it off just before a water crossing and pull it back on as soon as I get out the other side. Wow, this is a pretty little spot. I was not expecting that.
This is a place